Oyo Ita Efio. Please, a round of applause for you.
To tell us how the presentation works.
Teachers are great. I want to sincerely appreciate the Goodwill teacher and of course the Goodwill Foundation for this great opportunity that have been given to us at the cost of kids and knowledge. So much has been said today, and of course right from yesterday. The central point of the discussion or this particular training has centered so much on creativity. And of course the central point also is that for today's lecture, for us teachers who have been writing our lesson plan, it is very important that since we are creating a society, imparting knowledge to students, we should be creative in solving problems. We are the facilitators, and for us teachers, we are digressing from the lecture method of imparting knowledge to students to student-centered based imparting of knowledge, whereby when we are preparing a lot of lessons or lesson plan, it is very important for us to have it at the back of our mind that students are at the center point where we have to teach them. We have to employ techniques in terms of pedagogy, method, in terms of teaching method to employ the best teaching techniques, to ensure that they are not just being given the lecture method of teaching, but rather they should be given the practical aspect of it so that they can be creative, ingenuity brought out of a student to ensure that they become problem solvers in the future, because we are tired of creating society, students where they can solve problems in terms of being theoretical. But this particular skill acquisition is actually impacted to us teachers because we are the movers and the promoters of this particular technique. So we have to first develop ourselves in the sense that we have to make sure that students are exposed to more practicals in doing so. In writing our lesson plans, we must employ the most and recent teaching techniques in order to put creativity in our students. And for us teachers too, we also have to be very creative in terms of writing the lesson plans so that our students will not be theoretical any longer, but rather they should be more practical, more of creativity. Having said that, we've also been taught that apart from the classroom and impacting knowledge and being creative in terms of exposing the students to creativities, that in our learning, in our teaching to us teachers, we can also make streams of income by creating content so that we can also learn from that. Apart from teaching, we can also make money online by owning our own YouTube channels, by also inviting our friends and students. We can also make a classroom outside the classroom. By the time we create our content, our students can also be encouraged to view our content and even our friends. In doing this, we will also create a better society in terms of impacting more of practicals, impacting more of employing the best teaching method by ensuring that we diverse from the lecturing method by more robust and strategic teaching method of impacting creativity and innovation to our students so they can, at the end of the day, they can successfully solve the challenging problems in our society. I also want to appeal that at the end of the study, of course, the sub-material can also be sent to our email so that we can keep making reference to that. So thank you so very much, Global Teachers, and thank you very much, Goodwill Foundation, and our fellow teachers who are here. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. We'd like to call upon the second rapporteur, the person of Madam Augustina Peter Asufo. You have less than 3 minutes. You are here.
Great teachers. First of all, I would like to thank the Global Teacher for gathering us here. Thank you, sir, for going way above and beyond. to try to replicate yourself, because that's what you're trying to do. I also want to thank the Innovation Foundation for giving us this platform to come and learn. Today we had two speakers. The first teacher talked on pedagogical techniques that encourages creativity. So she emphasized on the point, on the fact that teaching has gone beyond content-based to skill-based. Right now in the 21st century, we want to grow learners who are capable, who can solve problems. Because in our generation, we have learners that just went through school but cannot solve problems, which is why we have the joblessness and all the things that are happening in the country now. So we are looking at developing, making it possible for learners to come out and solve problems instead of waiting for the government to do everything for them. So she emphasized on being deliberate, on creating lesson notes, lesson plan. You have to plan before you go to class. You don't just go there and go as the spirit leads. And then she listed methods and ways which you can plan your lesson. First of all, you have to be particular about who you're teaching. So when you know who you're teaching, the class, the sex, the age, that will help you prepare. So that when you go to class, you choose your methods, whatever method you want to use to pass your message across. And then she settled on, she listed some methods that encourages creativity, role-playing, brainstorming, content mapping, and then she settled on inquiry-based method, where the teacher is a facilitator. You know, to give the children an opportunity to activate that curiosity in them. You know, bring out the inquisitiveness. They ask and then they learn. But my own take from that is that for the teacher to do that, you have to really be knowledgeable. You have to know. That's not the one who now go and copy notes, like you said, carry 1 or 3 years ago, copy and give them. So if you give the children that kind of opportunity, it means you know it. Because you'll be surprised. Even when you go to the class, you just copy notes. The child will just ask you. I was in class teaching, and we're talking about conservation. So discussion, and we talked about water, source of power, hydro, and they said, Madam, is there this electric fish, is it in that water? Does it produce fish? Does it produce electricity? So that's an example. To do that, you have to be knowledgeable. So we have to go beyond just downloading lesson notes to know. So if you don't prepare, don't go to class, because if you give the children that kind of opportunity, you'll be wowed. The question they will ask you, even Google cannot help you there. Because they will see you going to Google. Yes, that was her emphasis. And then she also talked about content mapping. That was wonderful for me, you know. It takes away the bulky note writing. So that was what I got from that. And then we came to the second part, and technology. You know, I see those contents on YouTube and I wonder, but today we've been taught how to create a YouTube channel. Start anywhere. Like he said, the first thing he said start. Just start. So you want to talk about your head today, just start. You don't get comfortable with talking in front of the camera, and this camera is just you. If you do it and it's not good, delete it and do it again. Eventually you get there. And then the WordPress about writing. Then you just write your thoughts as they come. That's what we learned today. I hope I was able to summarize that. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you to the children of class for giving us a brief summary of the presentations that were made for today. At this juncture, I would like to give just 2 individuals, a man and a woman, to ask a question based on that, how to create and design website and a YouTube channel. And they are just announcing in their hand to attend to those questions. Please, just take 2 in view of that time. Just take 2. All right. Please, sir. Please tell us your name and the question.
E-teachers. Okay, good afternoon, teachers. My name is Mr. John. I want to say I'm happy to be a participant in this program. I want to thank the global teacher. And I want to believe one of these days I'll become one. I have two concerns to ART here. Number one, in his presentation, Engineer Hansen, he mentioned that when I go online, what I see is likely what I want. But I want to differ on that because many times I see those things I don't want to see. So you explain to me why I always see those things I don't want to see. Now, going by what the first speaker said, she said that we should deviate our teaching from content to skill based. I want to modify that when we say skill, I believe that skill should come out from a very formidable and skill-oriented content. So content is still important. When your content is rich, it can produce skill. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. I'd like Engineer Johnson to
first. Thank you very much. So, I don't know which online platform did you go to that you saw what you did not ask for?
Okay, I understood it that once you go online, that is why I understood.
Okay, you know, when you go online, there is a browser you are opening. The browser is blank, nothing is there. You are the one to type what you want.
Okay.
And you get what you wanted. That's one. If you go on Facebook, I need to connect this system. If you go on Facebook or even YouTube channel, there's some people. There's some people's phone you collect. At least nobody is a child. You see, for the lack of a better word to use, see pornography content, jumping. Like the person say, feel embarrassed. That is jumping when another person is here. It shows the kind of content you have been consuming. So, okay, this is my system. This is my YouTube channel. It shows that I've been following golf. You can learn how to use your body and what you do. This is golf. You've been following golf content. Security guide for the retailers. This is what I have been. So they are showing me what I am interested in. You know, if you go on Facebook, what you see, you are targeted by advertisers. They don't want to give their money to. They cannot show you what you're interested in. If you do mistake, maybe you went to Konga and you click one thing you would have wanted to buy, you don't have money to buy. Now, if you now go to another website, you see that thing following you. Everywhere you go till you buy. So it's natural. It's business, not natural. It's business. So that's just it.
Please, is that applicable to Twitter?
Yes. You follow people on Twitter. When you join Twitter, people when we're creating these websites, they ask you, what do you want to do? I want to sell something. I want to write something. Based on that information, they present to you what you want.
Thank you, Engineer Nancy Johnson. All right, please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, teachers and present here. My name is Gideon Wilson. I have a question to ask you, sir. Please, on the WordPress that you just shown us, I've tried to open my own. I've gotten to wait to publish. When I got there, I didn't want to publish. And my question, when I logged out, I tried to go back there. I couldn't. So how do I go back to my page? Thank you.
All right, so to go back to your content, if you go back to WordPress.com, normally they will ask you to sign in. If you have not filled in your password, you can sign in, you see your latest WordPress project, and you just click into all the information that is on there on the screen, either update, post, manage, everything is there.
It's not an app for me.
Okay, you can go to make it easy for you to manage it with your phone. Download WordPress app. It's easier. Yes, you can download WordPress app and follow it from there. If you go to WordPress or on your phone, the experience is not going to be that nice compared to using the app.
All right, thank you, Engineer Hansen, taking up those questions. At this junction, we'd like to move to a more practical section. This practical section is going to teach all of us, again, to further our teacher's business mentality. We'd like to invite to come up here on stage a teacher serving as comprehensive secondary school in back. A mother, she's not another person, but Mrs. Mercy Dan, to come up here and discuss with us within 40 minutes on soap making. Please put your hands together for us to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are all welcome to another segment of this program. I want to thank the organizers of the program for bringing us together to learn. I believe we have all learned something. So today, I'm going to show us how to prepare or how to make detergent soap. That is powdered detergent. We all use detergent or any form of soap in our houses. Am I correct? So since yesterday, today we have been talking, so we want to go into the practical aspect of it. So we want to learn how to make powder detergent. I know with this, when we go back to our different schools, we'll be able to teach our children. I know that, or we have heard that 21st century is skill-based oriented. So we are going to learn a skill here, so that when we go back, we will do something, we will show to our students what we came to learn. Powder detergent is a mixture of many substances which individual functions contribute to the overall effectiveness of the detergent as a cleaning agent. You know, soap is what we use to clean things in our home. We have different kinds of soap, bar soap, soda soap. So one form of soap is the detergent. We have Omo, we have there are many forms of soap. So at the end of the program, we are going to tap name to our detergent here. So here we are going to produce 1 kg powder detergent. So we have many recipes, or some recipe that we are going to use. We will use soda ash. We are going to use soda ash dense. We are going to use sulfonic acid. We use sodium chloride sulfate. We will use sodium polysulfate. We use color. That's colorant. This colorant is optional in this case. You see some detergent, they have small color in it. So it's optional. You can decide to make your detergent white. You can decide to add some color to your detergent. Then we add fragrance. The active ingredient in powder detergent is alkyl benzene sulfonate, which is a salt, which makes by reacting sulfonic acid with soda ash. That's when you mix sulfonic acid to soda ash, you have what we call alkyl benzene sulfonate. The active ingredient is sometimes called surfactant. The active ingredient in this case, sometimes we call it surfactant. That is the sulfonic acid plus the soda ash. The surface active agent is a substance that can be reduced, that can reduce the surface tension of liquid, making washing with the liquid possible. In the manufacture of powder detergent, the surfactant in this is first made. Before you produce your powder's detergent, you have to make the surfactant first. That's the active ingredient. Then you later blend with other ingredient or recipe in a right proportion so you can get your detergent. So we are going to go into the practical aspect of it to produce our powdered detergent. I believe you can see me from the back. You have all these active ingredients here. What will make our students, those children out there that cannot further their education, this can put food on their table. Am I correct? Yes. Rather than for them to be idle, and they said an idle mind is a devil workshop, so that the devil will not take over them. You can learn or teach us. Here we have soda ash. Soda ash. This is 1 kg of soda ash. If you follow my step-by-step information here, you will be able to produce your powdered detergent. What is number 1 there? Pour the soda ash into, that's what I'm doing. 1 kilogram of soda ash into your bowl or your bowl or any container. It should be plastic container. Then we have here sulfonic acid. The quantity of sulfonic acid that we are going to use is 350 mils. This is more than 350 mils. So we use the measuring cylinder to measure 350 mils. This is 250 mils, so we are going to add to it. Before you pour the sulfonic acid into the soda ash, I said this is soda ash dense. It has some particles. Then we also have soda ash light. That one is in powdery form. So we are going to have to pound it. Using a stick, blender, or spoon, pound the soda ash gently to get tiny particles. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm pounding it to get tiny particles. I'm trying to break the tiny particles into smaller forms. doing that, you now add sulfonic acid to the soda ash. 350. This is 200. This measuring cylinder is 250. So we are going to add to it. You add to it and stir it. You try to blend the two ingredients together. I said before we are going to use 350. How many meals is left? 100. Continue adding it to your soda ash. You mix it vigorously. You mix it to have even distribution. You mix it for about 10 minutes.